Good morning. How are you? I hope you're doing better than I am. Welcome if you're back, and welcome if you're new. And what do I mean by that? I'm having a really nutritious lunch today. Party mix. And I gotta go hide it because the cat is nuttier than I am. I gotta go hide it. Hold on. Here we go. I can't never find the lid. I drive my husband crazy because I never close anything, and when I do, the lid's never on right. So I have a list of things that, well, first thing is this. I found this beautiful music, all classical. I put it in Self-Care Sunday in the folder, and what's beautiful about it, it's like Chopin and Mozart, and it's like a drone that flies over and has these beautiful winter scenes, and it's snowing. It's absolutely gorgeous while you eat your party mix. Take these off because I can't see. I have a bunch of stuff that I wrote down to tell you guys while we paint here. I love you, Crimson, but I'm getting exhausted of your face. I really am. I'm sorry. I'm getting crimson fatigue. And I will tell you that I decided to take, it started with, let me see if I put you over here. It started with cutting the plastic that hangs over, because I figured I have washi tape. So I cut the plastic top. Then I just cut the canvas because it just takes up so much mileage on so much real estate on my desk. I cut the edge. Now, I think I'm going to start doing that from the beginning. I'm going to cut the border off. I don't use the ledger. What do I need a border for? The border is there to just give you the information and the socials. We have all that. And I will tell you that once you put your border on, there's not really a lot of the seam that is left where there's an overlap of glue. But my brain doesn't stop, and so I start thinking. I have a tool that I use. I don't even know what the hell I use it for. I have a tool that I use that I leave one of these in my kitchen drawer for when I get something that has a sticker on it and they have that residue, because they always put those stickers in the most inopportune places. And usually I use my heat gun or hair dryer to get a label off, because it'll heat the glue and you could just take it off. But not always available. So, excuse me. So I was like, there's the tiniest, if it's going to bother you that you have a tiny little bit of residue along the edge. I mean, so there's not even any over here. Maybe like a 1/16 of an inch. It's ridiculous, really. But if it's going to bother you, this little tool, this little eraser that I have erases glue. And I thought, well, will it work here? And it absolutely will. So I started to rub this along the edge. Let me get you down as close as I can. And you could see, let me come in here. Oh, look at that line, how crooked it is. Ooh, how did that happen? You could see that it's pulling up. Oh, there it is. And I'm not even really pressing hard. There it is. There's the piece of glue. It just came up. There it is. Let me just get my tweezer real quick. Here it is. It's off. So if it's really going to bother you, that little bit of glue, and I actually think that this glue is from the washi tape, to tell you the truth. I mean, a little bit might be the pour over, but it's easily remedied. And then when you get done your little corner block and you want to get this glue up. You can. Just takes a few, like I said, not even really, let me take this off. I'm not even really pressing hard. The glue is coming up. I mean, I'm sure I could roll it all the way over to the other side, but why? Why do I have to? And that's it. It's like, it's done. A few pieces here. I mean, I'm doing it quickly just for demo purposes, but you know, if I was sitting here by myself, I would do that really rather quickly. And it's not sticky at all. At all. And then there's the glue. I did a few pieces already just to see if it would work, and it does work. So I've been cutting my border off. I don't need it. I don't use the ledger. And let me get this out of the way here. Push this up. So I have my 10 by 10 squares, okay? 10 centimeter by 10 centimeter squares that I'm doing. And these are the last two, so I decided, being that these were the last two, I even cut these off. I don't even bother with the minder, because I don't know. I just think it's like another thing that I have. I don't know. I'm not curating my diamond painting like some people do, and it's beautiful when I watch it. Like I told you, diamond painting with Laura. I love the way that she curates and kits up a diamond painting. It's mesmerizing, but if that's not me. So, but I do love it. And so now I'm doing these two together so that I can join them and get crimson done. I don't know what is taking me so long, but it is. And I'm a little over it by now. I really am. I don't know how anybody diamond paints as fast as they do. I really don't. It's like some kind of witchcraft. I swear. And I went away, came back to find that I am missing an entire container of color. I don't know where it is. It's gone. Gone. It's actually this symbol, but the other way around. I don't know where it is. And really, when the last time I used it was before I left, and I will tell you, I feel like I have Cheetos all over me. You know, to have a symbol like a greater than and a less than symbol, like in math, together, I think I actually did it live when I was doing my whip and chat, and I was like, okay, you're going this way, you're going this way, you're going this way, you're going this way. Like I had to like really be mindful of placing the drills because of these arrows going in two different, and not only are they going in two different directions, they're in the same spot. Like I think that this is how they really like get their kicks with us diamond painters. Like, oh, you want a little bit of a challenge? Because there is a bit of a challenge in the middle of this, and I, of course, saved that for last, and maybe that's why I'm dragging my feet a little bit. I don't know, but I got to get some work done here with this because I really wanted her in my window. Anyway, I'm doing too much talking and not enough working. How is everyone? Is it December the 19th? It is the 19th. You know, the excitement of being a kid and having Christmas come, it never leaves you. It just changes. Now it's like, it's December 19th and Christmas is coming and I'm not done yet. I was still shopping this morning on Amazon. And Amazon is a sneaky little devil. They're like, oh yeah, we'll have it to you. Order now. There's only 2 left. And then you go and order and it's like, well, it'll be there like December the 28th. I'm like, what? And I can't get out. I can't back out. Thank God it's for my husband and he'll understand. But he was so cute yesterday. And here's this one. Here he is. Where is he? He was up on the desk. Here's this one now. You know what he's looking for. I've been so bad all day. The party mix was one thing, but earlier today I had Tasty Cake Crimpets, and he was right here with me. He's grabbing at my hand. Go ahead. I'm ratting you out. Where are you? Ratting you right out. Tasty Cake Crimpets. This is something new now. When I'm talking to him, he talks back. He goes, with his mouth. Yeah. So I don't know where I was. Christmas? Was I on Christmas? Oh, yeah. Amazon. They promise that they're going to have stuff. They ain't got nothing. They're not coming. This is why I'm not a Prime member no more. 2 days and it's not here. I'm on the phone like a lunatic. How are you going to make this right? 2 days. Let's go. Got things to do. Yeah, and then they were always late. So I didn't even want what they were giving me. Sometimes they would give me $10. Sometimes they would say, when I was, talking about on Sunday, like, how you never get resolution to things, that I'm looking to see what color I had out here. I'm going to have to peel it off because I don't know what color I was working on. And of course I didn't leave the container out. And I was talking about how, to get a resolution to, sometimes you just, one day when I'm ready to receive it, the answer will be in front of me. And it was the next day, it was the next reading that had to do with that very thing of, you just have to honor what the place that you're at right now, and you have to find that place in you that is the God in you that forgives. And, like I say, when you're doing this work and you ask and you put it out there, you do receive rather quickly the information that you're looking for. So it was the very next day. And I just thought that was interesting. What else did I write down to tell you guys? I have to write notes. I'm getting old. I have to write notes to myself. Okay, let me see. So I did tell you guys that I was going to start the Artist Way. I'm using my skinny pens again. Do you want to believe this? I told you guys on Self-Care Sunday, and I got a glare here, that I was going to start the Artist Way. So I get a little bit of a jump on you guys. It changes all the time. And it's interesting, I was going through my photos and I had photos of me starting the Artist Way a few years back, where I was laying on my floor and I have the book in front of me, and I was writing. So, like I said, it changes no matter how many times I do the work. It depends on where I am in my life. And I read the same thing that I've read I begin every New Year's Day over and over. I thought I was bleeding for a minute. It's a piece of washi tape. And it has a different meaning for me because I'm not the same person. Not the same person. Unless, I'm thinking, my mind's always racing. Unless you're stuck, because some of us repeat the same day over and over again, just being stuck. And not knowing how to get it off that hamster wheel of repeating the same day every day. And this is a good way of doing that, because you will be creating your day. Absolutely. You absolutely will wake up with a new frame. Like I got up at 2:00 in the morning the other day because I was laying in bed and I was ruminating over the same thing over and over and over again. And I'm literally talking to myself in my sleep, in my brain, and I'm like, this is so non-productive. And I get mad because this is something that, it's done and it's over with, and it's not going to change. It's happened, and there's productive, and this is not the way I want to use my energy. And I'm going to get up and I'm going to write, and I just put it to bed. It's like, get it down on the page. And you do, like, sometimes you don't know what you're thinking until you write what you're thinking and you can see it with your eyes. You're actually reading what you're writing and you're seeing what's going on. And Mark Nepo had a really powerful meditation today. He built a 30-foot catch, and Mark used to go out on the ocean with him, and when it would get too rough, he would go down below. And his father would say, you know, Mark, if you're getting sick, the best thing that you can do is come up and look at the horizon. It kind of like lets the seasickness pass. So he said his father would tell him, like, that's what the sailors do when they're feeling seasick, that they make their way on deck and they look at the horizon. And it would, while it didn't stop the storm, it was somehow less upsetting because you're not down below like in a tiny room. You're looking out at the ocean. So, you know, Mark takes all these experiences in his life, and he said it was something that he never forgot about the story of the sailors going out and looking at the horizon, and just having a bigger view than just being huddled down in their room. So he applies this to like all parts of his life. Like he's had cancer. I believe he's had a rib removed. He's had a divorce. And like, yeah, sure, we could all go run and hide from those storms, but it's, you know, bringing yourself to the surface and looking out at the horizon. Quick, that reading that I had today and how it all came together from Sunday's Self-Care Sunday. You get too philosophical during diamond painting. Anyway, what else? I've seen a few of my channels that are using, or at least unveiling, these like little containers that are trays. So like, I can't imagine buying 63 of them because that's how many are in this kit. So they kind of like snap like this, and there's a tray in there. So that's like a new diamond painting tool if you are plastic, to go on your from Diamond Art Club. So now you don't have to do your washi tape, and you don't have to measure out your blocks. They've done that for you, where you just tear away the perforated part, and that's the section that you will be working on. I've seen that. I don't know that I'm crazy about that, because there's even when you tear away the plastic, there's not a line indicating where the end of the plastic is. I don't know. I kind of like my washi tape on here, but I don't like my washi tape on the border, because eventually, even though it's doing its duty to cover this little edge that has like a little glue, eventually my clothing or my skin is coming up against the washi tape and up against the border, and I'm pulling at it, and it's starting, you see how it's starting to like curl up and ripple, and you know, it just drives me nuts. It just drives me nuts. And then I have a glue stick in my drawer, and I keep gluing the edge down, and I'm like, there has to be a better way. Oh wait, there is. It's called a pair of scissors. Just cut it off. And so that's what I did. What else did I see in the way of diamond painting? Like, every day I'm getting a text, I'm sure you are too, if you're on the list, for, you know, kits that are back in stock. And I'm like, I can't get through this one. I can't get through this one. And I'm thinking of the kits that I have. Like, I have Bud, the tabby cat, which is Foofy, and I would love to do that, but I can't see myself doing that every single day. I still have Foxy Lady that I want to do, which I just love, because she's just, I just call her my Crayola, my Crayola canvas. She's just a burst of color, and I love her, and I haven't had her out. And then, you know, my one big diamond painting, which is the Winter Fox, which I love that painting, and I haven't had her out because the holidays were here and I saw myself doing lilac and crimson together and having them hang together. And, you know, it's December 19th. I'm still playing around with crimson over here. So, I mean, I know I went away for a few days, but still. And I'm telling you, I don't like diamond painting this way. This is probably going to be the last section that I do this way. I don't like having this big of a piece to diamond paint. I like my 10 by 10 squares. Like, I really got hooked on them rather quickly. And I'm ready to now just give up on the number that I'm doing and just put the plastic on this section. Why am I talking? Just do it. And that's it. I'm done. I'm done with this color now. I'm getting bored, and I want to move on to the next one and I want to feel like I'm getting it done. I'm not even anxious, but it's not fitting the way that I diamond paint. So that's it now. Some decisions I can make rather quickly, and others, ask me what kind of ice cream I want. I don't know. Ask me what I want for dinner. I don't know. Don't even give me a menu. My husband, he's like, I'll be outside. Call me when you're done. I drive him nuts with the menu, but guess what? I might drive you nuts with a menu, but let me tell you something. When the food comes, everybody's in my dish. They all want what I got because they don't read the menu. Here, I dropped another one over here. I knew I dropped it. So, but like this, it's just like, now I have a piece of tape over here on this section, a piece of washi tape, because this is the section that I can't find. I got Foofy over here staring at me again, because he thinks I'm hiding snacks from him. Look at him, he's nuts. Thinks I'm hiding snacks. Any minute now he's going to be pulling at my hand. What did I pull out? Number 2. Yeah, I don't like those big sections to do. I just don't. And I was watching Diamond Painting with Laura, and she does big. She does like 4 squares at one time. I'm just like, no, I can't do that. But then again, I really didn't notice if a lot of her diamond paintings were a lot of color blocking. That might have been it too. So, what else do I have going on? Well, maybe I should check the notes. Did I lose the book? Yeah, here we go. So, okay. So, I started The Artist's Way. That's going to begin with you guys, if you so care to join me, on January the 1st. And what do you need? Well, you need the book, The Artist's Way, in any format that you like. I wonder if it is on audio. I should have checked that out. And I wonder, I doubt it though. Julia Cameron reading it, I doubt it. Yes, so am I on this right spot here? Okay. So what do you need? You need a book in any format that you like, whether it's paperback. They have, I know she's got an anniversary book. My Artist's Way has 3 of her books. Here he is, he's tapping. Has 3 of her books in one. I think Finding Water is one. Oh, and I don't know what the other one is. Oh, Walking in This Life is the second one. And that's all in her anniversary book. She has another book out now. It's called Right for Life. I think she has another one out called Right to Write. Now this one is Right for Life, because I think that she added, The Artist's Way has always had 3 tools: that you write in the morning, that you do a walking meditation, and that you take yourself out on an artist date once a week. But I think she's added something else to her little toolkit with the Right to Write. I mean, with Right for Life. So that's all you need. You need a book in any format, and you need a pen, and you need a book, a journal that you're going to do your morning pages in. A composition book, dollar store is fine. And I'll tell you, I like a Bic pen that has the 4 colors in it, because if you start to see things coming up repeatedly, it's nice to be able to like either, circle or underline things, and then, maybe go back and spend some attention on them. Um, so like if I'm very particular with my pens. I should take that out for you guys. I'll go get it before this is over. I have been wanting a glass pen, and I bought one that I loved, and I just bought another one because I saw it on Amazon, and it had, I think, 4 different inks, and all the inks were kind of metallic-y. And I used it this morning. I did a little sketch in my book, which was fine, but when I went to go write with it, not fine. I kept having to dip the pen in the ink. So I have a really good glass pen that I love, that, I dip that pen once and I can write for a half an hour. So sometimes it's the nib. So I had that out this morning, but I'm a pen freak. Bic made a pen, and they did something that they never did before. And you can look all you want, and I think the only way you're gonna find it is if you go into like architectural pens, where you have architects that sketch. It's a 6-point nib. Now, when you go and get pens in your stationery store, wherever you get them, I believe the nib size is a 5 and a 7. This was a 6. That was already the beginning of this gray pen, and it was like a barrel. It felt like a fountain pen, and then the barrel was clear, so you could have saw the ink as it was coming out. It had a beautiful cap. I mean, I wrote, and it had a needlepoint nib. I wrote with that pen, and thank God I picked 2 more of them up. They're gone. I mean, there's no more of either pen. That was the only pen that I wrote my pages with. And when I went to go look for them, they're like, oh no, Bic discontinued them. And I tried everywhere to find them, and if you go on eBay, they're about $200 each now. That's how much in love people were with this pen, that I don't understand why the big company just won't recreate it and make it again. People are still trying to find this pen. I thought about taking it apart and putting my own ink in there, but I would never get it back together. I love Bic. I think they're probably my favorite pens of all time. I like Pilot too, sometimes, but nothing like a Bic. What else? I'm excited to start the Artist's Way again. I always am, because you never know what you're going to unveil. I mean, if this is your first time doing it, I'm very excited for you guys. Because I think it's, for most people, it's a journey that they undertake that they may not understand fully. But once they start, they're like, how did I ever do without this in my life? I will do this for the rest of my life. Maybe you'll take a break every now and again during your life, but you will always come back to these pages. Always. What else? I was really curious with the amount of drops that Diamond Art Club does. Now, Foofy wants to run through the house. With the amount of drops that Diamond Art Club does constantly, how often and how many Diamond Art Club paintings you all have? You know, like, do you buy from other distributors? Because I know my last 3 paintings have been from Dreamer Design, but then I also bought from the Diamond shop, the Diamond Painting Shop, Rosa. I bought another Muka. So I'm wondering, like, how often you guys buy from Diamond Art Club. And I'm telling you, I really have not found something that is really tickling me that I want to get through Diamond Art Club. I mean, I thought that the Christmas stuff was cute, but I really am not finding a lot that is my taste anymore on Diamond Art Club, which is a shame because I love. I had to freeze this moment because I just watched Katie over at Diamonds and Washi do her unboxing of Black Friday and Cyber Monday, and they were all awesome. Thanks, Katie. And I'm sure, like, that's probably a shock. I know it's a shock for me because I couldn't wait to get my first. I felt like a real diamond painter when I got my first Diamond Art Club painting. And I think it's, like, again, like my most popular video. I mean, my face says it all. It's like, and I love the Winter Fox, but I don't see too much of that style of painting on Diamond Art Club. I don't see, like, I mean, the Winter Fox is cute. Like, I don't know. Like, I guess more artsy type of paintings I don't see on Diamond Art Club unless I'm not looking. So I find that I'm finding more, and even the Diamond Paint Shop, there's another artist that I love that just started with the Diamond Paint Shop, and her name is Hannah, and she's got some beautiful paintings. And right after this, I'm getting down on the floor. I'm getting into my yoga. I finally got my art room back. Even though our upstairs, like, John wants to break the wall between the two bedrooms and he wants to make one big bedroom. I don't even want to. The front of the house was under construction and he was working, and I was like, this house will never be under construction again. Well, you were not here. So we have to wait until he's retired in September. But I finally got my room back. John moved his bureau out of my art room. So I am thinking about how I want to put that back together again. I have 2 desks, and I'm not sure if I just want to put my writing desk in there or bring my art desk that I have in the that got relegated to the basement in that room. So I don't know. I would really just like to have my writing desk in there. But John loves this desk because he got me this desk. And he's like, oh, you should bring that one upstairs. And I have a painting up there that I had in my cafe that my friend Perry did of Botticelli. And that's been not hung up yet. And, you know, and I miss it. You know, I love that painting and I want to enjoy it. So I have to have that hung, you know, and all he's talking about is ripping down the walls, which I can't even think about it. Because he has a back room. His studio is 2 bedrooms that was turned into one so he can have a studio. And now you're going to rip the 2 bedrooms apart in the front of the house and make that just one room? I mean, I know it's just us, but I don't know. Plus, we have a big keystone in the front of our house that has our names on it. This should be an easy sell. Should we ever want to sell this house? So I'm excited to get my room together. So you'll be seeing me filming from a different location soon. I know I'll be filming the Artist's Way in there. And I love my desk. My girlfriend actually called me up and said, Elisa, hurry up, come to my house because my neighbor is throwing a desk away and it's you. I know that you would appreciate it. I can't even believe that she's throwing it out. And I love it. I love it. It's pieces that are just stuffed with books and with art supplies. And I miss my art supplies. I was going through my photographs today and I was looking at all my handmade angels that I did. And I'm like, oh, every year I would make my handmade angels, or make more of them, I should say. But that's not going to happen this year. And I miss them. They're so adorable. And I found one doll that I made, that the top part of her body, it's like a side view, and she's got her hand out, but the bottom part of her is a coffee mug. And I thought, how cute would that be for my logo over at Buy Me a Coffee? So I have to pull that out and do some graphic work on that. And what else? Check the notes. He went and calmed down. I don't know where he went, though. It's too quiet. Where the hell is he? I thought I saw him go in the other room, but the foyer door is closed. Where is he? He is not in this room. Oh boy. Oh boy. He's been very, like, he follows me everywhere. I'm definitely his imprint. John calls himself the spare human. He's like, she's the primary human, I'm the spare. He definitely imprinted on me. Yesterday, he was on the recliner with John. This is something new now. He's been sitting with John, which he never does. But his eyes are on me constantly. And so he was sitting in the recliner. John was falling asleep in the recliner, and he was next to him. And John loves that he's starting to come to him, but he only had one eye closed. I got up and went in the kitchen to go get water. He got right off the recliner. He was right behind me. John's like, where's Foofy? I'm like, he's behind me. Here he comes. And John's hysterical laughing. He's like, you can't go anywhere. This cat follows you everywhere. I'm like, uh-huh. But when I was in Cape May, he slept all day. My son's like, oh, this cat is so good. He does not but sleep. Asleep. So my son was sending me pictures, and he was asleep every picture. He was on my desk chair, this chair here, and he was asleep. He don't sleep. He tortures me. Watch. When the hour comes up, I'm telling you, he was a clockmaker in another life. He'll come and tap me now. But now he's tapping me more than ever. Usually, like, he'll come over because I made the mistake of putting treats on this desk. And so, like, he was starting to come over to the desk thinking that there was a treat up here. And when there wasn't, he was tapping me like, where's the treats at? I got dryer paper in here. But now he taps me all the time. And he wants me to pet him, talk to him. And then he goes away. I don't want to put this over here because I'm in front of it. On Amazon. And this has 30 I can't see a thing because I'm trying to get down close so that I could show you where I'm at. The girl's a mess. I got this on Amazon. I love black. And there's 30 of them in here. It'd be really interesting. Do I have some drills? And they snap closed. They're little cubes. But look at this. Literally squeeze them and they open. And that was just like a little baby squeeze. Boom. And they open. Just a little baby squeeze. So, you know, those of us that are running around with press-on nails and you don't want to have to be pulling this thing up, just squeeze. Boom. Open. Let's see. Let me get one of my... I have some extra drills for Crimson. These are Crimson's extra drills. I don't believe I'm still carrying around drills for this chick. So this is the most full one that I have. So let me see here. Oh, I finally got the necks out of my pens that broke again. So this is maybe about a half a pag of this color. Yeah, that's a healthy amount in there. Breezy. And let me not knock this over. Oh my God. Yeah, Lee, do it right over the sticky part of the canvas. Why don't you? Look at how staticky this bag is. This bag is. What is it with the end of the bag? It's like you open them up and then you go back to take them out. They're all sticky. They're all staticky. And not only are they staticky, they jump. They jump. So I'm just going to call it. You're going to be able, look how much more room, you're going to be able to get a half of a bag in here. But they had bigger ones. So I just said, well, let me see what these are like. So these were $10. I'm still struggling with the putty. I mean, I watch everybody they love. I watch Diamonds and Washi. I watch Diamond Painting with Laura. I watch the Diamond Stitcher. I watch Emeralds and Fairy Lights. Everybody running around with the putty. Nobody seems to have the problems that I'm having. Putty, I don't know. I don't know who's got the time to keep running back and forth to the freezer to put the putty in the freezer. Who? I don't see these girls running to their freezer to put the putty in. And my house is cool. I have a flannel shirt on right now. I'm freezing. You know, my husband's hot all the time. My son is hot all the time. And you know, my son don't even live here, but I'm just saying, like, he'll come over after work. He'll be like, "Oh my God, it's so hot in this house," and he'll want to put my fan on. And I'm walking around. I feel like Mrs. Seinfeld in Florida when Elaine is asking her to put the air conditioner on. You're hot, and she looks like she's in a sauna. Well, actually, you know, I lived in Sarasota, and let me tell you. You need one good summer in Florida. Your blood thins. You're never hot again. You don't put the air conditioner on. You're never hot. I came down here to Philly when I was living in Florida, and I think it was like 110, and I was in the backyard with the Band of Soleil barbecuing myself. My mother was like, "Aren't you hot?" I'm like, "It's not hot." Hot. This is nothing. I have some of my ABs mixed in here. I'm noticing. Always has to be one. Always has to be one color that gets mixed up. This channel is so pretty. One time I looked up and there were horses with carriages carrying people. Because, like, there's no way to get around. I went to the Poconos once. I went to Hazleton in the winter. I was like, oh, it's going to be fun. You know, it's so beautiful. The people are so nice. Yeah, there was a snowstorm. And I'm like, but it was like nothing for them. Like, see what's going on here? This is normal for Hazleton. That's what it looks like. All the time, all during winter. And for me, a city girl, I was like, what do you do when it's like, they're like, what do you mean, what do you do? I'm like, I was like in a Yukon, and we were driving around, and there were like snowdrifts like this in front of everybody's house. Like I'm like, are people in, like, is this like just like a seasonal home? They're like, no, these are where the residents live. This is the, you know, the regular part. And I'm like, I I saw no footprints in the snow. It was like, well, how did they get out? Well, they, no, well, you know, these are hardy people. Hardy people? You mean they don't get out? Well, where you gotta go? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? No, not for me. I was up there for like maybe 3 days. Oh my God. Oh my God. I felt like Joe Pesci in jail in My Cousin Vinny, you know, in the town. Just take me back to the city. Take me back. Concrete under my feet. You see these shoes? Please. I every Friday I got paid. I bought 2 pair of Via Spiga shoes. 2 pairs. If it rained, I took them off and put them in my pockets. They didn't touch. I was like, earth shoes. I'm not wearing earth shoes. Earth shoes. No. No. Earth shoes are my bare feet. That's what earth shoes are. And, you know, and I'm sure, you know, folks that live up there don't want to be down here. That's okay. That's okay. Different strokes. I just was like, look at this house. Hurry up. Look at this house. Look, there's people in there. Look, there's the garage. Look, how did they get out? How do you get out? Where do you go? Look, there's no footprints. That's just what Hazelton was like. Forget it. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't breathe. I could not breathe. I was having a panic attack. And I had a way out. I was in a Yukon. I mean, I think even Green Acres, they had neighbors. Jaja had neighbors. She had people that came and visit. Even the pig came to visit. Family went to Jersey. They left me. They all went. They all went, like the big houses and the big cars and the roads. Like, I need something. I walk to the corner. There's an Acme. There's a supermarket. You know, there's a bodega. There's, you know what I mean? Like, I have everything I need. I don't have to get in the car, put gas in the car. I love that. There's a subway and a bus, you know, a couple blocks from my home. I don't, I mean, this is pretty. I like looking at it. It's like, ooh, but I wouldn't want to live there. It would have to be daytime all the time. If it's nighttime, I would be freaking out. I went to Martha's Vineyard, which is very, very beautiful. I couldn't wait to see Martha's Vineyard. You know, you hear so much about it. It's beautiful. And I couldn't sleep. It was so quiet. Like, where I checked in at, there's like nobody there. They're like, if you need, you know, help, you know, I think there was like a number and somebody lived like miles away that would have came. Nobody lived on, I don't even know how this happened, but anyway. So I was like in one of the little cottages. I just could not sleep. There was like nobody around. And I said, okay, well, all right, I'm not going to just lay in this bed and I can't sleep. I'm going to get up, do something productive. And I went to go open the blinds and open the drapes. And I walked out onto the deck because the windows were smoked. So like when I opened the blinds, I still couldn't see out. Still couldn't, I mean, I could see out, but I still couldn't see anything because the windows were smoked. When I opened those doors, I almost passed out on the floor. Again, almost lost my breath because it looked like all I had to do was just lift my hand up and I could have touched the sky. And I had never seen anything like that other than maybe the Franklin Institute. You know, where you go into the planetarium. I was like, I mean, talk about knowing that you are in the universe. And it was just so overwhelming. It was like being on a rocket ship, really, and like looking out the window. Oh my God. I freaked out. I just like, There was a billion stars up in the sky. Gorgeous, beautiful. But when you're a city girl, you're a city girl. You're a city girl, and I just looked like, I swear to God, it looked like all I had to do was raise my hand, and I could have touched the sky. It was just over. I don't know how I didn't just go splat on the floor, because it literally took my breath away. I was not expecting it at all. At all. It freaked me out. But if that's your thing, then I would say you're going to love Martha's Vineyard. You should go. I was on my way to Boston. And I love Boston. Love Boston. I can't wait to go back. It's on my list to go back. I love Boston. Love it. I had a blast there. It is so beautiful. It's so big, and I love that there's just water everywhere, and there's a lot of history, and the people were great. And there's the little Italian section, of course. I wouldn't want to live there, but I loved being there. I'm saying I wouldn't want to live there because most places I go to visit, I usually move to. So, but it was a beautiful place to go and visit, and I would love to go back. But if the stars in the sky are your thing. And the other thing that's really beautiful about Martha's Vineyard, and here's a really funny story. Oh my God, I always have a story, don't I? So I'm walking around Martha's Vineyard, and everywhere I go, there's pictures of sharks. Okay? I'm a city girl. Again, city girl. There's pictures of sharks everywhere. Everything, all the bars are named Sharkies. Yeah. So I am walking along the beach. Other than being a city girl, I love the water. Love it. I don't want to see anything other than the water. So there's these quaint little neighborhoods off the water in Martha's Vineyard, and I did a lot of like little walking around and shopping and walking the beach. Very, 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 very beautiful, very quaint. Just what you would expect, I would think. Like whatever your expectation is, I would say, yeah, and there's a lot of land that's untouched in Martha's Vineyard and still belongs to Native Americans, and you can go there. You could take a tour, which I did. I have beautiful pictures of just land that's just been untouched, gorgeous, which is another reason why I loved Killer of the Flower Moon. It was such an interesting movie that Scorsese made with DiCaprio. And so I'm walking, and there's sharks everywhere. Shark. I have pictures of sharks. Little kids are drawing pictures of sharks. I see a lighthouse. I decide I'm going to walk to that lighthouse. And when I get to the lighthouse, you can tour the lighthouse. You can go in the lighthouse. So I go in the lighthouse. There's little pictures of sharks. I was like, I come back down. I'm like, are you guys like known for sharks? Because like now, like I'm only here a couple of days. I've already been traumatized by the sky. I don't need to be traumatized by the water now too. She's like, what do you mean? I'm like, everywhere I go, like all the bars are named Sharkies. There's Sharkware, Shark. And I was like, what's with all the shark pictures in going, like as you're going up? And I have vertigo and I have anxiety, and so to even go into this lighthouse, and it was a big, like I have a picture of me, maybe if I could find it, when I almost gave up, like right getting to the top where the big light is spinning for the, what does it spin for, ships or something? Yeah. I almost backed out. I was like, no, okay, I got this far, I'm going to leave. Because I had a movie in my head too. It was just the one I was telling you about, Final Analysis with Kim Basinger and Richard Gere and Eric Roberts. I said, no, I'm going to do this. Get it together. So I get my head up out of the hatch, and I get now you're at the top, very, very tippy top of the lighthouse, and you could walk along, not walking along the edge. You could walk along, no, not doing that. And you could see, like, I think I did a selfie, and I was like, but I'm holding on for dear life. And now all I want to do is, like, if there was a pole that I could have flew down this lighthouse and got the hell out of there, I would have, because it was overwhelming. I did the top of Willie Penn here in Philadelphia too, where you're actually in like, are you in his hand? No, you're not in his hand. The top of Willie Penn leads you to what? His head? That's amazing. You see Philadelphia. It's amazing. So I come down and I'm talking to the girl. I'm like, why are there all pictures of sharks everywhere in this lighthouse? And she goes, well, Jules was filmed here. I'm like, what? She's like, yeah, this is the lighthouse from Jules, where all the kids were screaming and all. I was like, I don't believe. And that's my story for today. I should, really, my son says to me, you should write a story every single day. And he's like, all this writing that you do, you should just write a story every day and then just get it published. But I'm cold, I'm freezing. Foofy's not here to tell me time is up. I gotta find this crazy cat where he went. And I never got to show you my pen set, but it's longer than an hour. Where is this cat? He's never not with me, and I'm starting to get freaked out. So I'm going to I think I just heard him jump. Maybe he went on my bed. Is he in here? You hear him running down the steps? Hurry up. You got me in a panic. What were you doing upstairs? What were you doing? Never. I know what he's doing. I just got my art room back. He probably just went up there and claimed it for himself. I bet you he was sleeping on my clothes or something. Is that what you were doing? Okay, well, Foofy wasn't here to tell me that the hour was up, so I'm a little over. I'll try and trim it off, but, and then I'll show you my pen another day. Maybe we'll do some sketching. And I hope you're having a wonderful day. I hope you're creating the day and the world that you want to live in. And check in with me. Tell me what you're doing. Tell me how you're surviving the holiday. If you're done, if you're going crazy like me. My son is coming over with Christmas cookies. So I had a crimpet this morning, and I had party mix, and now he's coming over with Christmas cookies. That's all. That's the end of me. I will see you guys soon. And hopefully by that time, Crimson will be making her debut. I love you guys. Take care. Bye.